Happy Pura Vida Tuesday. I'm Cody with Pura Vida Pythons. This week we are unveiling our first clutch reveal of 2026. So if you want to bring it on in, we can kind of talk about them. So this clutch was laid on the 17th of December, right before we left for our little Christmas vacation. So actually the day we left. So we were really excited that we stuck around and got this clutch in the incubator. So the pairing was a Inchy Fire Orange Dream Lesser Double Het DG Clown to a black pastel hypo DG het clown. And as you can see already, we did hit some clowns, and we actually had really good odds for clowns. So 7 eggs laid, 7 eggs hatched. They all look really healthy, and we actually hit 4 clowns out of the het to het pairing. So everything in this clutch right now is at minimum het hypo DG. And obviously, as you can see, there's a lot more going on. So we'll go ahead and start going through these snakes, kind of from like maybe least genetically powerful to most. And as always with these clutch reveal videos, I hardly ever really try to dive into the genetics because I like to let them shed out, and I like to take a real good look at them. This is the first really good look at this clutch that we're gonna have today with you guys, so we're really excited about that. I also, I'll ask around opinions and stuff on what people think, because I'm not the goat at IDing or anything, but I do like to give it a shot. So we can talk about certain genetics that are in there on what I think is going on, and yeah, so let's take a look. And so we already have these snakes tubs set up. So as we talk about them, we'll go ahead and put them away. But we can actually talk about 2 of these at a time because, and that's the case with a couple of these, is that out of the different eggs, but they look very, very similar. But as you can see, they definitely have some differences. We have some broken up dorsal on the back of both of these. Obviously, the coloration is pretty similar in both. A little lighter shading on this, almost some pinks and grays in here on the dorsal. Whereas over here, there's a little of that, but not as much. It's more dark or darker on this one. As for the side patterns, pretty reduced sides. Like I said, Inchy and Orange Dream is in the pairing as well, and Desert Ghost. So a lot of cleaned up looks, which I think is evident in these snakes, as you can see the alien heads either have no keyholes or very, very minimal ones on each side. So possibly some black pastel in there as well, as you can see from the patterns here. And so as you can see from this one, a little bit lighter, a little grayer, almost pinkish tones there. But we have the very similar pattern going on this side. If there are keyholes, very minimal, and only a few throughout the entire snake. Mostly reduced patterns. Thinking it's from that Inchy and that Orange Dream. But very, very cool snakes, almost like a blue-gray color to these. They're both getting pretty lively now. All right, last non-visual clown of the group. So that's pretty cool that we have 4 more to go, and they're all clowns. So very similar snake here as far as you can see the reduced pattern. A little bit more action right here along the sides into these alien heads, but still very minimal, if any, keyholes. But really, really cool stuff. Lesser here as well, but just like a pink and purple snake. Really, really beautiful, like some shadows all along the dorsal. This is actually a really, really cool snake. I love the look of this one. I'm thinking there's some black pastel in here, black pastel lesser. I wouldn't be surprised if some hets were actually showing through on this one. Just a really, really pretty snake. Um, yeah, I mean, there's not too much to say. The dorsal is a little bit broken up, but mostly a solid dorsal stripe. I just really am loving like the blend of coloration here, the shadowing, the random dark purples along, and then the contrast with the pink, and then the light yellows and creams as well. It looks really, really cool, and then it gets pretty dark and purple towards the bottom. Alrighty, so our next set of twins, they're not really twins, but they do look pretty genetically similar. There are some, looks like a little bit off the bat differences, but for the most part, this looks almost like the same snake. So really cool here. Clowns, obviously. So at at the very least, it's this combo: visual clown, double het DG hypo. So we are firmly entrenched in the triple het game with visuals and stuff. So triple recessive game. So really, really exciting. And I hope you can tell on camera just the pinks and the oranges that are kind of coming in along these dorsals, and it looks really good against that yellow. I think this is a really, really fun combo to have that lesser yellow on the sides. You can see on the head stamp all that purple, And so I don't know if it'll stay that purple or if it'll kind of blend in or kind of get to a different color. But really cool, kind of have that on both of these. This one's almost a little more pink, but has the purple there as well. But really, really cool snakes. Like I said, clowns with double hets, hypo DG. So this is a really powerful clutch. A lot of the same stuff going on the side with not a whole lot of pattern. And hopefully through the sheds that are coming up, we'll see a little bit more action on the sides. But for now, definitely looks like some inchy stuff is happening as far as reducing that pattern. But as far as the dorsal, where a lot of that cool pink coloration is happening, mostly a plain dorsal, a little bit of jagged, not completely straight, but really, really cool colors, almost iridescent in the light, where if you turn it and the light hits it, it can look purple, pink, orange. So really, really cool look. Really cool little snake, almost green around the eyes too. What I've loved about this clutch is messing with them and stuff. Like, look how calm they are. The last clutch we hatched was just trying to kill me, so this has been really nice. All right, so for the last two, I can't decide which one is my favorite. I'll let you guys decide. We can kind of look at them at the same time, I guess. They've both been pretty lively, so it might be crazy trying to keep them on the table. But if you want to come in and get a look here, I said two more clowns. I do believe this one has a DG clown just based on the contrast and the sharpness of the coloration. I could be wrong. Haven't worked with any real DG clowns yet, so um, we shall see. But at my first initial guess, it does look like that to me, just based on the contrast and the rich coloration. As far as this one, I'm not sure exactly. It looks a lot like the last one, but less solid dorsal striping, more broken up, more jagged, kind of just splotching along the back, and then a richer, darker coloration, more orange than pink in this one. It has the same purple head stamp going on, obviously the same yellow coloration, but on the sides, on the teardrops, you can kind of see the more white. It's less washed out than the other snakes. So I really like this combo. That's why I kind of save these two for last. Just a lot, little snake dance for you, but just some really cool contrast in this snake with the yellows and the oranges on the back. And like I said, depending on kind of which way you look at it, it could be even pink as well, but I think definitely more orange in this one. But as far as the pattern on the side, not a whole lot going on. Like I said, the Inchy and Orange Dream in this is probably cleaning a lot of that up. But a really, really cool snake. So we'll go ahead and put her up and mark her as a female, and then we'll take a look at this last one. So we're obviously not going to be able to hang on to all these. We're going to have to wait for them to shed out, get better IDs on their genetics. But really, really cool clutch. If you want to bring it into this one, you can really see the contrast here. And this one has a really nice, like, cool belly pattern. Not really belly, the belly's clean, but right where the belly meets the side of the snake. It's really, really busy. And that's a really cool look. I like that a lot. Going all the way up to the neck. The black's against the yellow, and then the really cool shading that leaks into the dorsal as well. I'm really, really in love with, and it gets really nice around the neck. It has like a Trojan look to it. We work with a lot of Trojan clowns, and that really nice orange rust color looks really, really good on this snake. This isn't a Trojan combo, but it reminds me a lot of that, which I really like. You can see the orange on the side as well, mixed in with those yellows. Looks really, really good. So this snake is a real. I'm just really loving the look of this snake. As far as the quality of the genetics, it looks really, really nice. Good little look at her. The head stamp is really, really cool. Just very pronounced. The blacks are really dark. The little mustache going on both sides. Really, really pretty snake. The sides, the oranges, the yellows. Just the contrast looks really good. Really clean with this snake, which is why I wouldn't be surprised if it was a DG Clown, visual DG Clown combo with the het hypo in there as well. So guys, hope you enjoyed that. Really, really cool, powerful clutch. We're finally into the triple recessive game with this clutch having hatched out. We have another one that just got put in the other day from the last video. We're supposed to have a couple more along the same lines. So we're really expanding, really getting into that game, and we're really, really excited about that. It's a whole new frontier for us to be able to. We've just been looking for clown stuff, so now we're going to be looking for the DG and the hypo stuff to come through as well. So we're really excited about that, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. And keep an eye out as we'll have updates on these over on our Instagram and stuff, on the genetics, on the sexes of all these. Hopefully they are all females. That's what it looked like. And a lot of these girls will be available. We can't keep them all, so just stay tuned. And if you liked anything you see today, just stay up to date with us, and because a lot of these will become available, and so I'm sure we'll hold a couple back for us because there are a lot of good looking snakes in this clutch. But Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Come back next week for another cool video. Until then, peace.